So, what's good? It's 3:28 in the morning on a Friday. Well, yeah, Thursday night, not Friday night. Me home sober on a Saturday morning. No, that'll be tomorrow. Same result. So anyway, kind of had a little weird incident happen today, and it's part of a 4-year story, and tonight it kind of came to a head. So the thing is so I was talking to this girl, and I didn't meet the girl in person. This girl on my friends list was like, hey, check this girl out. Ugh. And so she gave me her page or whatever, and I clicked it, and I started talking to this girl, and so we hit it off or whatever. Just casual, just conversations, and talk on the phone, and let's meet someday, etc. So that goes on for a little while, and then she's like, well, I'm like, well, we've talked for all this time, let's meet up. So she's like, oh yeah, let's meet up. Oh, I can't wait. And so we try and meet up a few times. One particular instance, she was like, I'm gonna go get Olive Garden and bring it to your place. Some for me and some for you. So I was like, oh great, free lunch, and a girl get to meet. Hell yeah, sign me up. So, she stood me up. She didn't come, and I was like, the fuck? So, I called her, and of course, she had some convenient excuse. Oh, my car broke down or something. I was like, alright, whatever. But you stood me up once, Technically, looking back now, that should not be forgiven. But I forgave it then, whatever. So we keep talking, whatever. And about 2 years go by when I get into a relationship. The relationship ends. I start talking to this girl again. And same as before, like, when we talk, and let's talk about meeting up. Sorry, I'm yawning. But we talk about meeting up, and of course, we never would. What else is new? So, I start getting kind of annoyed. I mean, that's 4 years total time I've known you, half a decade almost, and you supposedly live, 2 exits down from me, but we can't meet up. Something's a little weird. So we start talking again, whatever, and the more and more pissed I get, I start telling her, I start giving her ultimatums, like, hey, do this specific stuff so I know that you exist. Like, I start calling her out, because, Catfish show has blown up pretty recently, and based on the history that I have with her, things started adding up, and it only made sense. Like, man, this could be a catfish. And not like a crazy catfish where, like, oh, it could be a guy. Like, no, we've talked on the phone, and she has a girl voice or whatever. But, well, so, yeah, So I started getting pissed. I started giving her ultimatums. Oh, send me a picture with the clock in the background. Do this specific hand gesture. And she never could. She never could. So, time by time, I'm getting more and more doubtful. And I'm like, man, like, this girl's been stringing me along. She doesn't exist. I start to wonder. Like, I'm a curious guy. I'm like, well, who is she? Like, what is she? Like, because another thing is, she told some pretty crazy stuff. And, like when I first started talking to her, she said she had cancer. And she was going to die soon. And I was like, whoa. I was like, man, that's very heavy. And I acted accordingly, especially back then. I was trying to be there for her, etc. Another shoulder to lean on. And, 4 years go by, and I'd bring it up casually, be respectful still, but she'd wave it off or change subject, and like, okay, well, that's kind of a big subject, but whatever, benefit of the doubt. Still, it's your life, can't pry that much. But there was that. She said she was a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, which I searched for her name multiple times, couldn't find anything. So that was weird. And then, just stuff like that. Just like, she was supposedly rich, she had all these cars, she lived in a mansion, blah 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 blah. And I know this is making me sound like really naive, but I'm pretty trusting by nature, and shame on me. Shame on me for being naive. So I guess y'all can see where this is going if I'm talking about being naive. But so anyway, so we keep. I guess I'll resume the story about a few weeks from now. So after I started going off on her, she started. She stopped calling me more and more, and just talking to me in general, because I was being an ass. And I started getting curious again. I was like, man, like, who was she? Like, I gotta know. Like, I put in a lot of time and effort and energy in this. Like, I want to know who this is. So yeah, I contacted her again. Of course, she responded, and so everything kind of came to a head today. And here's why. Oh. So she calls me out of the blue today, and she's like, come meet me tonight. Come meet me at this little bar up the street. So I'm thinking, okay, Well, to be honest, I knew I probably wasn't going to go, but, I was telling her, oh, yeah, I'll be there, no problems, wherever you want to go, we'll go. And so she said, okay, we'll meet me, a certain time, whatever. And it's funny because as soon as I said, okay, I'll go, her demeanor changed, as if she was expecting me to say no. I was like, okay, well, she's acting a little different, but whatever. So I just kept trying to reaffirm the time or whatever. She's like, yeah, 12:30, whatever. So she hangs up on me, just suddenly. I call her back, no answer. Call her back, straight to voicemail. Call her back. And so I'm like, man, that's kind of weird. So I call her back 3 or 4 times, and finally she answered. She's like, what? Well, based on our previous history, I just want to get a good sense of, if you're going to be there. I don't want to drive over there for nothing. And she's like, yeah, I'll be there. Don't worry. So, okay, so 12:30. She's like, yeah, 12:30. So, I don't know why I did this, but I went to Snapchat. Ugh. And underneath her Snapchat name was another name. And it's like, huh. Because the nickname underneath her name was another name. Like, it wasn't like Tweety Bird or Ladybug. It wasn't something weird. It was a specific name. And it was specific to a point that not many people spell it this way. And it hit me instantly. I've seen this name. So I call her back and I mention that name to her on the phone. And she hangs up on me instantly. And I go back to Snapchat, and in the short amount of time she had already blocked me or deleted me or whatever you want to call it from Snapchat. I was like, well, shit, like, damn, like, clearly I'm onto something. Clearly she did not like this shit. So then I remember I'd seen that name, so I go to my Facebook real quick, and it all hit me like a ton of bricks. So it turns out that name was a girl on my friends list, but it gets better. I clicked and I opened a new little message tab at the bottom of the girl, of the one that I recognized the name, and all the old messages pop up. Well, I traced the convos back all the way up to 2009, and it was that original convo, which it was this girl that had given me the link to the girl that I suspect was a catfish. So I'm like, wow. So things are starting to finally make sense. And keep in mind that Snapchat name is this girl's name, her first name. It's a little abbreviated, but like, I don't want to give out the specific name, but it's the name. Like, I know it. So I'm like, okay, well, how should I approach this? And keep in mind, the girl was online at the time, and I had a little chat window open. So I send a hi or a hello, whatever. Just being safe, I haven't talked to this girl in years. I was hi, whatever. So she didn't really respond at first, which is kind of weird, because you know how Facebook, you can see that they've seen the message you sent, and she saw it, and she typed something. I guess she deleted it, or stopped typing, and then type again, and she kept doing that for about 5 minutes, and finally she says hi, and that was just for hi. And so I'm like, does the name so-and-so, the girl I think is Catfish, ring a bell with you? And she does that thing again where she'll type and delete, type and delete. And finally she's like, who? So I type it again. And she's like, yeah, she's like, I used to date her brother or something. And she's like, that's really weird. Actually, here, let me bring it up here so I can actually read what it was. Okay. Okay, so now we got the exact combo. So I said, hi. So I have a question. Does blankety blank ring a bell? And she said, who? I gave her name again. And I said, you gave me her MySpace years ago. And she replied, she used to hang out with us. Why? And, you know, I just explained. I was like, because me and her have talked on and off since 2009, and every time we plan to meet up, something comes up. It's just extremely weird, and I can't help but get the feeling I'm being catfished. I just want to make sure she exists and is who she says she is. So this girl replies kind of weird. She goes, LOL, that sounds like her. Good luck with that is all I have to say. Bye. I was like, bye? So I said, do you mind if I ask a few more questions about her? And now she starts getting defensive. Or distant. She's like, I'm trying to study for a midterm, so if I don't respond, don't take it bad. I just have a major test. But go for it. I don't know a lot about her. So I was like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt your studying, but I just don't like being lied to someone. And then I was asked, like, did she say she was a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader? And she replies, I don't, and I haven't talked to her, so you know as much as I do about her. But she just said she used to hang with her earlier. But she said she only hung out with me when I dated her brother. Other than that, we don't talk. I can ask her brother if that will help you some. I do get where you're coming from, and that's why I don't talk to her. And so I said, would you mind giving me her brother's name? And so she goes, Josh. And I was like, so Josh, the girl I suspect is a catfish's last name, because they're brother and sister, supposedly. And she's like, no, Josh Carr. She makes up some random name. He takes his mom's last name. I have to get back to studying. He has a Facebook. I'm sure at least he did when I dated him. Look for him and ask him all the questions you want. I have to get back to studying. I'm sorry I can't help you. I seriously don't talk to her, nor do I like her. And so then I was like, she's giving me the runaround. So at this point, I'm like 90% sure that it's her. So what I do is I go, okay, and I said her Snapchat name ring a bell that the supposed catfish's name was, and I told it to this girl, and so she didn't respond. Okay, so my roommate comes in, or he comes home about 10 minutes later, and he comes in here, and I catch him up, and I show him the combo and everything, and I get to the bottom of the combo, and it says you cannot reply to this conversation. Either the recipient's account was disabled, or his privacy settings don't allow replies. I was like, what? So I go to try and click her profile. Gone. She blocked me. And I was like, oh, hell no. Like, you don't, like, whoa. So I go to my phone. I try calling the catfish. Blocked. Number blocked. So everything's blocked. So I'm tripping out at this point. I'm like, whoa. Like this girl catfished me, and it's been right in front of my face this entire time. So me and my roommate, we're flipping the fuck out. Because he knows her too, because she went to high school with us. So like, I know her. So it's like literally out of the show. And, you know, keep in mind, like, I've shared a lot with this girl, you know. I'm not going to go into details, but you can, I mean, this is 2013, it was 2009 then, you know, camera phone, hint, hint, wink, wink, whole 9 yards. I mean, come on, you get the drift. So we're wilding the fuck out. And I'm like, well, check your Facebook, see if, you know, you can see her profile. And of course, he could, so she blocked me. So I created a little troll Facebook account real quick, like 5 minutes. And I put my profile picture as a catfish. I put the banner as the Catfish Show. And I posted some shit on the wall about with Nev or whatever. And so, yeah, and so I find that girl's profile, and I'm like, well, fuck, I'll probably only have one shot to get out everything that I want to get out to her. So I write her this paragraph, and I'm like, you know, how could you, and why, and blah 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 blah. And a little bit of time passed. I'm like, well, shit, she's not even gonna read this, like, whatever. But I sent her a friend request, so I don't know if that sparked her attention or what, but she read it and she replied. And she was like, I still don't. She's like, who is this? Or no. She was like, she was talking about the conversation we just had on the other profile. So she knew who I was, but she wasn't leading me to believe that she did. She was trying to fake it, but yeah, she knew exactly what we had just been talking about. So she was like, I'm not her, I don't know what you're talking about, I've got to study, oh my god, you know, just leave me alone, I need to study. And I'm like, who am I? Like who do you think this is? Like, and she's like, I don't know who this is. And so eventually, I'm like, look, like, just admit it. Like, I'm not even that mad, to be honest. I'm really not. Like, I just want to know why you did it. And that's like literally it. And the reason I keep my eyes keep moving is because my webcam's at the top. So if I look at the top, I can't see if I'm looking straight on. But if I look at the screen, it appears like if I'm looking to the right, which I don't know which looks more natural. Granted, this is like my first video I ever made with a webcam too, so growing pains. But anyway, I keep looking at the. Anyway, whatever. So finally, she says, "Stop bullying me." And I'm like, "What? Like, I'm just trying to ask," because I was asking her. I was like, "Look, if you are who you say you are, all you have to do is call me." Granted, I knew even before that, like, if she had the same cell phone number as her, it's her, you know, it's the catfish. So she won't do it, and I'm like, well, just call me and say hello, and so I'll know it's not you, like, whatever. And she's, oh no, I can't do it. Oh my god, I got this midterm, and it's life or death. She literally said that, life or death. And she's like, oh my god, stop bullying me, just leave me alone, bye. And I go to reply, and she blocked that too. So that's where I'm at right now. Like, I'm a little frustrated. Like, you blocked me twice. Like, that's just immature. Like just come out with it. Like, you've been caught. Like, so my options at this point are leave it alone, which I may do because really nothing really bad's happened, to be honest. You know, I did kind of like her at first, but like I said, the further that went along, like, all I did really was troll her, to be honest. Okay, so I can leave her alone. I can, because she has like a shitload of mutual friends since we went to school together. So even though she blocked me, I can post some shit about her and everyone will see it. But if I do that, like, she has collateral of like pics and stuff of me, which would be a weird retaliation if she did it, because I don't really feel like it would do much for her either. But But anyway, I could do that, or she has her best friend, which I actually know good too, because we went to school, and I'm considering reaching out to her and doing something like call me and casually explain the situation, but just to the point where I can compare this number that I have for this catfish and see if it matches her number of the girl I suspect it is. And not suspect, like I'm like 99% sure. Like, why would you delete and block me and all this other crazy shit if it wasn't you? Like, it is her. So anyway, that's where I'm at. And that was my video. And I don't even know, like, I don't know. I just wanted to make this video. I thought it was kind of interesting. I like that show Catfish. It would have been cooler if, you know, I went through the MTV process and that would have came out. Like, that would have been really cool. Because, you know, I've been suspecting that for a long ass time. Time-ass long. But, anyway, I don't know. I kind of want to start making little vids, stories, etc. So, anyway, that's enough for that. It's now 3:54 and I've been talking for almost 27 minutes. And I gotta go get my eyes checked tomorrow. Yuck. Luckily I have insurance. My last contact ripped the other day because I had been holding out for a long time, and my last one ripped. So I have a super old one, and then one that's my newer prescription, but it's like 4 months old on a 1 month pair, so it's not good. So I gotta go do that tomorrow, and I really need a suit because I really need to get an internship. But yeah, so lots of moolah will be spent tomorrow. Anyway, that's my catfishing experience. Hopefully the only one that'll ever have to happen. And hopefully, I'm not 100% sure saying that this is closed, to be honest. It's late, so I'll sleep on it, and I may do something else tomorrow with it, and if I do, I'll update. But anyway, that's all for now.